A Nigerian singer, Opeyemi Babatunde Rahim, also known as Lyta, has been called out by his baby mama over his failure to provide money for his son's birthday party. Kemi Ayorinde, mother of Lyta's son, made this known via her Instagram story. She wrote, "Dear future husband, Ari's dad cannot afford 13,000 naira for balloons for his child's upcoming first birthday. So I need you to be able to afford my monthly cost. If not, you are not for me." She went on to debunk the notion that she was making a noise over the balloons. According to her, they were already wealthy people, and she only wanted him to be part of their son's birthday. The singer and Ayorinde welcomed Ari in 2020. So yeah, obviously that's why they're celebrating the first birthday.
Man, like, you know, I was joking yesterday. I was like, not everybody's fit to be a dad. A dad, yes. And not everybody's also fit to be a mom. So we're not talking about genders here. But we've seen too many deadbeat dads. At least we see the women, you know, still staying in the kid's life. And you only see rare cases where they abandon the child for the father. Or you get, but in most cases, it's the men.
In most cases.
And this was really sad because it was 13,000 naira for balloons, not even for the party.
Yeah.
This babe was asking for balloons. And knowing the Malians, they spend a lot on balloons.
Quite a lot.
A lot on balloons. So you should know these things. So please, can you just be a part of it? It's okay. We're talking about whiskey recently. Even if you cannot be there physically, we know money cannot replace your physical presence.
But at least he was there financially. At least she said, what's her name? What's her name? Baby mama.
The whiskey's baby mama.
Oh, Shadi?
No, she's not Shadi.
It's Sha something.
No, that's the son. It's not Shadi now.
Shola?
Shola Ogudu.
Yes, Shola Ogudu. You know, she mentioned and said that they planned everything together, and I guess that means financially as well. But okay, let me just start by saying that it is very possible and normal for artists not to have money sometimes, believe it or not.
True.
Things can get very, very, very tough. Like you can see enugbe periods. And depending on your character, especially if you're somebody that has a little pride, which I think is healthy, sometimes it's hard to ask for help. Do you get what I mean? But while you're artists, while you're hustling and trying to, you know, get your money or whatever, I think that especially if you're in the same country, there's really no excuse. Because if that lady was, if you were there checking on her, helping her to set up everything, helping with calls, she won't even remember
that you didn't pay for
yes, basically, because first of all, she'll have seen that you don't have money. One. Two, she'll have seen the effort. And
it's communication, basically.
Yes, and it's co-parenting. There's nothing you want to tell me, because I know a friend that's really close to the Malians, and she was like, no, these guys will never do this, and these guys will never do this, and these guys will never do this. But we're seeing things that you're doing. I don't care what your relationship is with the baby mama. I've said this a million times. I don't care how toxic this girl is. There is a child involved. Put the child first. And if you and the entire Malian family cannot call yourselves out on that, we'll say it when it's bad, guys. It is bad. You can't have your child's first birthday, and you're not present, that she has to call you for balloons. That's something
you should have been planning for like a
Thank
few
you
months
very
before.
much.
Yeah,
and even if it's not much, can you bring the child? Can I have the baby for this time with my people? You can co-parent. Do you get what I mean? And this girl has been screaming co-parenting since. The fact that she's texting you to ask for balloons obviously shows that she's not said you're not in this guy's life, you're not in this kid's life. Do you get what I mean? So why can't you get involved and carry your weight in the way you know how? 13K for an artist, and people are making jokes that what's 13K for him? That's not necessarily true. Sometimes things can be dry. So I'm going to play devil's advocate and say Lyta did not have that 13K. But did you not have the interest to be in this child's life? And then between you and Sia and all those things that Sai and all these things that she's been saying and stuff, like, for me, I don't know. Most people are making a jest out of it, saying kids having kids and all of that, but I can feel her pain, and I don't think it's really cool, to be honest.
And besides that, I don't think Naira Marley is the type of boss that you would have a personal problem and you speak to that it wouldn't help you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you understand?
Too,
I don't think it's that type of boss. So, worst case scenario, our bros, our presidents, you know, my sons, but I'm sure Naira Marley would have been
before
eager.
Naira, the whole Malian clan.
Do you understand? I feel like he just didn't care.
He didn't want
speak
to.
up.
He didn't want
he didn't
to.
just want to.
No, he didn't want to.
He didn't want to be a part of it. So
no.
We can't make excuses for him talking about artists. We all know that artists can be broke, but it is the efforts, A for efforts. That's all we're asking you for.
Yeah.
You didn't make no effort.
And if you think that her being toxic, which she might be, I mean, she's crying on social media a bit, but you really don't know the situation. I don't know her personality or her circumstances that's making her do that. So I'm not even here to judge her on that. But, you know, no matter how toxic she is, that's your child. What are you doing about that? Why didn't you now say, okay, no, I'm not giving balloons for your own, whatever. I want to see my daughter the next day, please. I want to be able to have my thing with my friends and loved ones. Do you not want to be around your child? It's very triggering for me, please. They need to get their stuff together.
Get it together. And then she also spoke about the STDs. That's the part that I felt like, man, that's none of our business. You saw that part, right?
I've not seen that part.
Oh, she said, that she, Lyta gave her an STD and gave their son as well. So their son was born with an STD.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is the name of the STD revealed?
No, the name is not revealed. But it's one of those ones that
like
are incurable.
Yeah, I was going to say that you can easily find out because there's a few things that are incurable, one, and can also be passed to children. Yeah. I suspect it's herpes.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Same thing I thought.
Iyama. I'm sorry, that's nasty.
Are you worried for somebody?
A bit. Hey, I need to go and call my friend. Yeah. Okay, DMW Record Boss. I'm just going to move on from this conversation because I've moved on now. Davido.
Please don't drag them into this episode.
No, Davido does not have herpes. Wasn't that?
David. David.
He checks them out. He examines them out. Hey, open mouth.
I'm sure they're probably doing some medical examination before you get into it.
They better, guys. Please be safe out there. And contraceptives is a real thing. It exists. It's an option. Yes. And in this country, it's very, very cheap. So I don't know what your issue is. Anyway, let's move on. So
it's cheaper than food in normal days.
Huh?
No, sorry.
Actually, it is
actually cheaper than food and it's the other way around in other parts of the world, but it's funny. Just gone.
And you know, the thing is, it's actually very easy to get it here. Like normally, you have to. There are pharmacies in other parts of the world. If you take it more than once or twice, they tell you you need to calm down. You need to get a long-term thing. They force you to actually get like proper family planning and stuff. But that's not the point of conversation. DMW record boss Davido Adeleke calls out the attention of both residents and visitors of Lekki, Lagos Island, over the rampant kidnapping case in the region. According to Davido, unknown gunmen operate around some parts of Lekki that targets individuals as early as 8 p.m. in the evening. In his words, be careful out there. So there's been a lot of tweets going on about how people are actually following guys from their social media stories. Now, let me even just start, before I start ranting, let me start by saying, guys, especially like the people who use social media, just do me a favor, yeah? When you go out and you take your videos and you take your pictures and all of that, don't post it yet. You've already taken it, it's fine. Take the picture of the food, take a picture of you and your girls, all of that. Do all of that, that's fine. But don't post it. When you get into the Uber and you're going home, then post it. Because if you post as it's going, people can actually track you and you don't know the people that are close by. So that's a good tip to put in mind, but it's getting really rampant. And I want your take because we have to wrap up now.
Yes, I know a lot of people have been talking about. So I met some guy last week that told me how he escaped kidnapping because he didn't get into Sienna vehicle that is popular for kidnapping. So he was telling me how that would have been a one-chance situation for him, and that the other guy would left because he came down, he left something at home and he had to go back home. The other guy would left, got his phone taken away from him, everything taken away from his ATM card and stuff. So I just think people just need to be, a lot more cautious. Even before I get it to an Uber that I requested, I will still be like, what's the name of the person who requested? So just take, normal safety precautions before getting into all these public vehicles and
Absolutely.
stuff.
Please just stay safe. I think if
safe.
you're on social media, if you're watching Tea Time, then you've heard it many, many times. Please just be safe, guys. It's getting very rough out there. But it's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much. If you've been here from the beginning and you're still here, you're an OG. In fact, at me on social media, let me say hello. Anyway, thank you so much for keeping up with the show. You can use the hashtag TeaTime or Twitter us at +TvAfrica's lifestyle. Remember that you can also catch up on all of our previous episodes, including this one, and all our exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel at +TvAfrica Lifestyle.